Cosley Cartoons.
Welcome back. This week we're looking at how to make money with your own characters. I took a trip up to Fairfax Comicon on Saturday, got to hang out with some friends, and I got some cool interviews to share with you. We're going to look at number 3 on my top 10 countdown, and we're going to draw Spitfire Space Cricket. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm at Fairfax Comicon, and I'm here with my buddy Chris.
Welcome to Fairfax, everyone.
Tell us a little bit about all of your amazing products.
So, I'm one half of the Mariano brothers. Mark's the other half. We've been brothers since 1980, as the sign says.
Since 1980, look at that. Love it.
You gotta love that company slogan. We have books, we have pop culture prints, we have custom art, we have stuffed animals. Everything is based off of imagination, having fun, teaching people how to create, and just getting people to go out there and use their imagination every day. We have these pop culture prints to bring you back. How many people out there remember Ecto Cooler? Come on. You remember drinking this green drink? And we loved it. That's what's amazing about this. This brings you back. It unlocks the memories, and those memories might help you create. And that's what we're about. I'm Chris. This is Mark, the other half of Mariano Brothers.
This is from our YouTube channel.
All right, YouTube.
It's gonna blow up any minute.
Any minute.
Probably after this.
Yikes.
And this is new, right? Loud Cow?
Loud Cow is the newest book.
Loud
Look
cow.
at that. I'm gonna have to pick one of these up for Tyler.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So I went all out. I wanted to do a work of art.
I have always loved.
So just wacky, really fun art. So Loud Cow's sister, Quiet Cow, goes missing. Turns out she's cow-napped. So Pinky Cow and Loud Cow go on a grand adventure to find her.
Excellent. Oh man. And you got some stuffed animals here?
Yep, Benny Bear from Claire Lost Her Bear at the World's Fair.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Fun times.
Cool. Tell everybody where they can find you on the World Wide.
MarianoBros.com.
Right on. Have a great show, brother.
You too.
All right, number 3 on the countdown this week is Usagi Yojimbo by Stan Sakai. Now, here is a recent book. You might say, Jamie, why don't you show some of the older stuff? Well, my son Tyler has all the older stuff. We used to have a shared library, and of course, this character has been his absolute favorite since he was 6 years old. So, Grass Cutter, all those giant compendiums, they are with him. And but I love the character. I have done countless fan art drawings over the years, and one of my personal favorites of his longer works is Senso, because it's kind of like sci-fi. But this is a great character. Of course, you know that he's appeared in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and inspired the new Samurai Rabbit cartoon series on Netflix. Lots of toys, and he's super fun to draw. So Stan has always been in my top 5. When Tyler was younger and he did a book, I mean when I say younger, I mean he was in elementary school. He did a book called Ninja Squirrel, and Stan Sakai did a sketch of Ninja Squirrel at Baltimore Comic-Con, and Tyler still has it. It's so cool. So that's number 3. I can't believe it, but we've only got 2 and 1 left. Can you guess? 2 and 1. Can you guess what they are? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, thank you for watching. Take care. Next up is my buddy John Gallagher.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Super famous.
I'm John. I do the book Max Meow about a cool cat who gets powers from eating part of a meatball from outer space. So come on down.
Excellent. Have a great show, man.
Thank you.
Then he's got stuffed animals. He's got t-shirts. Yowza. Oh, he's got little keychains. Look at that. And how many books out now?
There are 4 books out, and the 5th one comes out in November. That's called Attack of the Zombies.
Zombies. Excellent, man. Have an awesome show, dude.
Great, thanks a lot.
Oh yeah, who we got here?
It's Franco.
Franco!
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey! Show all of my viewers everything you got, man. That's awesome. Show us.
I got a whole bunch of stuff. I got The Ghostly Owl by the amazing Sarah Richard and myself. Faye and the Moon is brand new. That just came out a few months ago.
Brand new.
And then Dead Man Tells the Spooky Tales from DC.
Uh-oh.
That came out on Halloween. That was spooky.
Is this gory?
No. It's not scary either. It's spooky. You know why? It was made for kids.
Look at that, people. Pay attention to the labels. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
This is very cool, sir.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, man. You got this. Superman.
Yeah, man.
You ever worked on any known properties? Or?
I don't know if anybody knows about Superman. I'm not sure. The Titans.
He's got pants. All right, he's got some of Franco's artwork here. And you're still at
BlindWolfStudios.com.
blindwolfstudios.com. Look, here he is. He's right here.
I'm so
He's
handsome.
right here. He looks just like that.
I'm no tugboat, but I'm Frank.
All right, man. Thanks for being on my show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I thought it would be fun to draw Spitfire Space Cricket this week. For those of you that don't know, Spitfire Space Cricket is about to appear in his first comic book alongside Meteormite by cartoonist Art Baltazar. The book's already done, and it's at the printers. It's scheduled to come out October 21st. We're having a show called The Haunted Art Jam. We're going to be doing a flyer for that. It's going to be in Richmond, Virginia. He's flying out here, staying with me. I'm super excited. So we're going to draw Spitfire Space Cricket and talk about some of the ways that you can make money with your own characters. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to block out some shapes. So let's come up here and let's do a circle, just like that. And right about here, I want you to draw an oval. So we've got a circle and we've got an oval. Then there's going to be circles up here, a half circle here, and then this is the fun part, these elongated triangle shapes that look a lot like Batman ears. I wonder if I did that on purpose. His torso is kind of short, so we're just going to block that out with a square. Block out his belt, and then his belt buckle is actually a giant circle. Two long rectangles for his legs. And then I always do little tiny feet like this. Again, long rectangle for the arm. And then let me show you an easier way to do hands. So do a small circle and then do some little sausages, I'll call them. And do that on the other side. And then he's got a cool cape. And I bring it down like this. I tried to design it to look like a cricket's wings, if you will. Oh, and I almost forgot the holster right there for his ray gun. Okay, so that's blocking out the shapes. And then what do? Well, take a clean piece of paper and put it over top, and then we'll start to put him together. Now, how are some ways you can introduce your characters to a new audience? It is, without a doubt, one of the hardest things that you will ever do as an artist, because bigger corporations spend a lot of time and a lot of money reminding you all about Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, Snoopy, all of these characters. So you come out with something new, a lot of times people won't even look your way. So what are some ways that you can introduce and sell your own character? Well, for Blue Scar, one of the things that worked for me is I joined a group, Usagi Yojimbo. Okay? Now I'm going to start out by saying, don't join one of these groups and then spam that group with your artwork featuring your original character. That's not what I did. I actually love Stan Sakai, and I do a lot of fan art. And so I started sharing some of that fan art with folks, and made some friends. And then those friends started following me, and soon they became patrons. And I got to introduce Blue Scar the Barbarian. I said, if you like Usagi Yojimbo and Gru the Wanderer, you might like my character, Blue Scar the Barbarian. And so on my sites, I would always share that character. A lot of times people would come visit me from those groups, but then I'd have an opportunity to introduce them to my character. And sometimes a commission that was Usagi Yojimbo turned into a commission for my own character, Blue Scar the Barbarian. And then doing your own books and taking them to shows. And one way to do that is to say, hey, if you like He-Man and Star Wars and Dennis the Menace, then you might like my character. Now, one thing to get people to explain the reasoning behind that. It's a famous, well-known story that George Lucas was trying to get the rights to Flash Gordon. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to do a movie based on Flash Gordon. He famously was unable to secure the rights for Flash Gordon, so he came up with his own serial. And he said, this is for anyone that loves Flash Gordon. So could you imagine if we didn't have Star Wars? If he had just said, oh, well, I can't get the rights, so I'm just going to give up. So that's one thing that you can do. Another way to make money that I have had success making money is school visits. I absolutely recommend, and start small. Go to your local elementary school or high school. Introduce yourself to the librarian or the art teacher and share some of your work. If you already have books made, that's a fantastic in. Drop those books off and say, hey, would love to come in, share my passion with your kids. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll create an order form. And that order form will say you can get a copy of the book signed with a sketch. And then when I come to visit, I'll bring your book already signed and already sketched. And I know I went to a school visit, and of course a lot of this was pre-COVID, and I'm slowly getting back. I've got a school lined up for November, hoping to do a lengthy stay at a school in the springtime. But I was doing a lot, and kids really don't care if you work on brand X or whatever. They're very open to seeing, you know, what you have to offer. And I think one visit I ended up selling 136 books. And I can tell you, I have never done that at a comic convention. I have, have never, ever sold that many books at one time. So school visits are a fantastic way. I encourage you to get to know the librarians, to get to know the art teachers. And no, you don't have to have backing of an agent. I don't have an agent, and I've worked with publishers, but technically I do a lot on my own. You can do this on your own. And then once you have that first connection, I know I met this super sweet lady at my kids' school, and then she lined up a visit where I could sit and talk with librarians from all over the county. It was just a fantastic way to meet folks, to tell them my story, because that's ultimately that's what you're doing. You're sharing your journey with people, and I have found that a lot of folks, they're rooting for you. They want to see you win. So definitely do that. Definitely try to find groups where you can join if you have common interest. And then again, don't be pushy about it. Don't spam the Jack Kirby group with your stuff. But if you love Jack Kirby, you know, share some fan art, share some stories. You might meet people, and then those people might want to help support you. So there's a couple of ways that you can make money with your own characters. And I think the final bit of advice I would give you is don't give it away. Don't take something that you build, that you love, and try to give it away to the first person that expresses a little bit of attention. Be careful with contracts, because quite frankly, a lot of stuff you can do on your own. Is it a ton of work? Absolutely. But you can do it. All right, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I want to show you a few more pics, and we're going to look at Usagi Yojimbo. And as always, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I think it's a little bit longer this week, but hopefully you'll enjoy what we have. And I'll see you next week, Lord willing. God bless.